morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio, so today we need to take a good old look at some reveals that have come down, some official reveals that have come down from Paldean Fates. Because this is a set that's still got a bunch of mystery about it. This is a set which has still basically got some stuff that we don't really know, which is kind of confusing. Well, now we know a little bit more, starting with Raichu. Yeah, that's right. They've gone and officially revealed Shiny Raichu. And look, this is one that we absolutely were expecting, don't get me wrong. There's another card we're going to look at in a minute, which actually gives us a bunch of information, which is awesome. This one doesn't really give us that much information about what's coming in the set. It's just a really cool card and I want to have a chat about it, alright? And look, it's my video, so let's have a chat about Raichu, shall we? And look, we've already seen the Pikachu. Now, we've seen it in Japanese, but it was also revealed in English. When we got that first batch of reveals for Paldean Fates, one of the ones, probably could have seen this coming, one of the ones they went and showed us was Pikachu. Because why would they not? Pikachu's amazing. And Pikachu, for what it's worth, is absolutely one of the chase cards over in Japan. So when the set came out in Japan, it's called Shiny Treasures EX, and basically that set, if you look at the shiny Pokemon, I mean, I've shown you a top 10 cards in terms of value from the set. Pikachu is not only number one of the shiny Pokemon, it's number one by a fairly wide margin, and it's something like the third or fourth most expensive card in the set overall. Raichu? Nah. Not even close. Charmander, now that's number two. We expect that one to come. We haven't seen it yet. Although, to be fair, we have actually seen that the Charizard EX is one of the promos in the tins. So the idea that we would have Charizard EX as a promo in the tins, but then not get the regular Charmander in the set, makes literally no sense whatsoever. So yeah, make of that what you will. So we got this Raichu here, it's coming, it's cool, and what this really tells us is, hey, you know those shiny Pokemon that we got in the set over in Japan? Yeah, no, we're really just doing that. We are bringing you those shiny Pokemon. Those shiny Pokemon are the ones you want to get excited about. Hey, let's all get excited about those shiny Pokemon. As for the Raichu itself, it's fine. It's the one that's got the rather nice ability, Electric Grounding. When one of your Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, you may move a lightning energy from that Pokemon to this Pokemon. Not exactly, but kind of like just having an EXP share just attached to it like the whole time. It's the one from 151. And that's actually kind of awesome. Now, I've not actually seen anybody play around with this yet. Like, literally, I've seen like a million deck lists. I cast regionals, and it's fun. And I get to see a lot. I can see whatever deck list I want when I cast a regionals. It's important for picking games, casting games, etc. But I've not yet come across one playing this Raichu, and I really thought people were going to be playing around with it. The idea that you can basically sit it on your bench, and then just leave it there, and then over time, you'd magically just have an attacker ready to go that you've not put any real resources into, that it's just there. And then free energy, 180 plus 50 to yourself. But, you know, just leave it in the active and kind of let the energy trickle onto it and then get like pretty much a free 180 at one point during the game. I thought that would be good. As it stands at the moment, nah, mate, not good. Sorry about that. But I think probably the more exciting, impactful, and important reveal, and yes, I'm being serious about this, is Natu. And look, I know that Shiny Raichu is going to be a card people are very excited to pull from their packs. I'm also well aware that a regular Natu is one that people are not so excited to pull. Although I was lucky enough to meet the artist T0 when I went to Creatures when I was in Japan for Worlds, and they're lovely, and it was an absolute rush getting to meet some of the artists. It was brilliant. So I personally think this is awesome because I like T0's art. But it's a Natu which is meant to evolve. And it's single energy, flip 3 coins, 10 for each head. Like, it's not an exciting card. I don't think that's a controversial statement. What it is a card that we hoped we were going to get in the set, but we weren't exactly sure. Now, over in Shiny Treasures EX, there were a small amount of new cards that we actually got. It wasn't a set which was absolutely busting with new cards, largely a reprint set, and in Japan, like a full-on reprint set. Like, one-for-one reprints of just a bunch of really playable cards, which, honestly, if you're in Japan and you're trying to play competitive Pokemon, these end-of-year sets are absolutely stunning. They just flat-out reprint Charizard, which is really good. And they flat-out reprint Mew, and I could keep going, but you kind of see the point here. But then every so often, you actually get yourself some, genuinely new cards. And this Natu was one of them. And it was honestly really confusing. You see, the reason it's confusing is because it was paired with a Xatu. And this is not a new Xatu. Now, it's a Xatu for us that came around in Paradox Rift. It's that really good one that was a pre-release promo, and it's got the ability, lets you attach a basic Psychic from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon, and if you do, draw 2 cards. Incidentally, this was a card that I was absolutely expecting to be just top tier, and as it stands at the moment, that is not working out at all. In Japan, this card actually originated in the Mewtwo EX deck. But the weird thing about this Xatu is that in Japan, they didn't get the pre-release promo. They never get the pre-release promo. That's fairly standard. But what was really weird is they got an alternate art of Xatu in Shiny Treasures EX. But it wasn't the pre-release promo that we've had. It was a brand new one. So they got a third version of this, but they never got the pre-release promo. And as it stands at the moment, because it wasn't in the set, they don't have a pre-release promo version of this. So there are 3 artworks. And we've now got all 3 of them, or we will have, that's pretty much confirmed now, and Japan's only got 2 of them, and that's weird. Why would you print a new artwork when there is an artwork of the exact same card that you don't have? Surely you should get that one instead. Surely that makes more sense. I don't know, never mind. But the point is, this Natu started life in the Mewtwo deck. We got it in Paradox Rift. This new Natu, which has now officially been confirmed in English for the set, is the alternate art from Shiny Treasures EX. And that essentially confirms that we are getting the new Xatu as well. It would be just over the top weird at this stage if for some reason we got this new alternate art Natu, but not the new alternate art Xatu. That would be weird, so no. And what this is telling us is, and this is quite important, new cards that we don't have to get, we are still getting. We don't need the Natu and the Xatu. We do not need those cards. We do not have to get those cards. We could not get those cards and nobody would really care because we just got those cards in Paradox Rift. And sure, it's new artwork and you might like the artist, etc. But it's really not important. Now, the important cards, it was always inevitable we were going to get them. I don't care whether you think Clive's a good card or not. You look at your opponent's hand and draw 2 cards for each supporter card they have in their hand. Whether you think it's a good card or not is kind of irrelevant. It is a brand new mechanically unique card. We have to get Clive. Great Tuscan Iron Treads, the new EXs. We have to get them. And remember, they have been confirmed as tin promos. And if we're getting the tin promos, then we are getting the regular in the set. Even if we don't get the regular in the set, we still got the tin promo shinies, but they're blatantly coming in the set. The new cards, the actual, as I like to phrase it, mechanically unique cards, we had to get in the set. That's important. These ones that are just alternate art, we don't. This is a card Pokemon could happily have left out the set, and not only would nobody have cared, I'm willing to bet 99% of people wouldn't have even noticed. I would have, because I'm obsessive about this stuff, but I'm willing to bet the vast majority of people just would never have noticed. Well, we are getting it, which means we are getting the Xatu, and this is awesome. Although at this stage, I feel like another caveat needs to come in here, because I did a video about this the other day, but seriously, Shiny Treasures EX in Japan and Paldean Fates over here, not the same set. There are, of course, alternate arts that we've already got. So take the Chen Pao, which was an EX battle deck over here. Or take the Miraidon and Koraidon that were tin promos over here. Or the Alakazam, which was an EX box promo over here. Yes, they are all alternate arts of existing cards, the likes of which I just told you we would be getting, but we've already got them. What the Natu tells us here essentially is the alternate arts that we don't need, but we haven't actually got that particular artwork. Don't worry, they're coming. Yay. So there we go. Raichu is clearly the most exciting of the cards in this set that I've just shown you today. No argument there. But actually, in terms of importance, Yeah, the Natu's quite a bit more important. Oh, and remember there was a reverse holo version that Japan got? Yeah, we're not getting that either. I'm not saying 100% definitely confirmed no. I am saying no. We just don't get them. Just doesn't happen. So feel free to be upset about that. But those reverse holos that Japan gets in their special end of year sets, we don't get them. We've never got them. Don't expect to get them. Sorry. There we go. Right, that's what you need to know, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the reveals. That's the importance. And now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me how excited you are for Paldean Fates. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely It's a Coaster, who is one of our more active members on the Discord and is very lovely, so shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing is always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.